So this weekend was absolutely incredible for picking. I honestly could have just stopped at the first house and been good for a while. There's a tote sitting on the floor here. They only wanted 15 bucks for this whole tote. And there's probably 300 plus figures in there, from GI Joes to Jurassic Park, all the way to Space Jam, you name it. There's tons of stuff in there. Some of it I've never even heard of or seen before, so I've got a lot of research to do. I also picked up a couple jerseys over here from that same house, and then sales just, they kept getting better. A lot of these estate sales I went to, I picked up some good stuff. Here's an Oneida silverware set here. I thought this was the Michelangelo pattern, which brings a lot of money. Unfortunately, it wasn't that pattern, but it's still going to bring more than the 10 bucks I paid for it. I got lots of cool vintage tools, a full tote of late 40s, early 50s Packard trim pieces that are going to do very well. And I found my first Coleman quick light. I think it's a quick light lamp here. There's no shade on it, but I've never found one of these before in the wild, so I'm very excited about that. We've got lots of great sales too, so let's take a look at the Ephemera store first, because that store, it beat all of my other eBay stores in terms of sales for the first time ever. And some of these things you're not going to believe what they sold for. Lots of stuff going on in this Ephemera store, so we're not going to get to everything, but we'll go over some of the winners here in this lot. So I listed a bunch of these real photo postcards that I set aside. This one I actually just took off because it's all chewed up on the corner here, and it's got holes in it like someone mounted it on the wall, so I didn't want to list that one just yet. But the ones I did list, some pretty good ones sold rather quickly here. And the first one we'll take a look at is this real photo postcard from the 1920s out of Big Moose, New York. That one sold for $15.99 plus shipping. Next real photo postcard that went out, this one's from the 1910s from Remsen, New York, Maple Avenue. It's got a horse and a buggy on it. That one sold for $35 plus shipping. Next one here, I almost want to take a ride up here. I don't know if this building's still around, but this is it's from 1917. It's the Tupper Lake, New York, New Movie Theater, real photo postcard. And that one sold for $40 plus shipping. And the last postcard we're going to look at here, 1911, Barneveld, New York, train depot here. It's got a horse and buggy in front of it. Really good, clear photo. That one sold for $79.99 plus shipping. Now, a few videos ago, I talked about these small pocket magazines, these quick magazines they were called. And I got them out of an estate sale where I bought a whole box of them. And they've been selling pretty well. I lotted up a bunch of them. The lot sold good. Old TV guides and these little pocket magazines, you know. And one of them just went for some pretty good money. It's the 1952 Quick magazine with Jackie Robinson on the cover. It's in really, really good shape, but it did have a torn page inside. Ended up selling for $55 plus shipping. Now, the real winner here is the one with Leonard Nimoy on the front. This is TV Magazine. I have the date there, 1966. And it's got this little red like pen mark through it, unfortunately, but it's in really good shape otherwise. And I listed it kind of high. I don't think there's many of these available. And someone just paid the full asking price of $179.99 plus shipping. So very happy to see this one go out. This pays for that everything I bought from that estate sale, probably 5-10 times over. But let's take a look at another one of the stores here. I've got a few of the items still here that I've got to ship out, but some of them went for some pretty good money. So the ones that shipped out, I'll put up on the screen here. I had this Dungeons and Dragons, these books with these like punch out paper castles and stuff, and I wasn't sure if it was complete. A few of them were put together, but most of the sheets hadn't been pressed out yet. So I listed it high a while ago and it didn't sell, so I ended it and sold similar, and I dropped the price by 30 bucks. I got offers right away for insanely low numbers that I wasn't going to take, but then someone paid the full price of $69.99 plus shipping. The next thing that went out is this K Hansosha? It's a ceramic cigar, like humidor. I want to say that when you bought these cigars, I've had this forever. I think this is the cigar box essentially. These came in this ceramic container. This one sold for $53 plus shipping, and it's heading out to Italy. These pieces here, I've got quite a few of them. These Honda factory performance decals, they've got a metal look to them. And these are something that I sourced on eBay probably close to 20 years ago. Lots of these stickers, well, except for Death Wish Bubba, and we got the Wolfman sticker up here, but there's lots of stickers around here. And they all came from this giant lot I picked up on eBay. And I had some Acura A-Spec decals and these Honda Factory Performance decals. So I started listing these in lots of 2. And one of the lots of 2 just sold for $29.99 plus shipping. Also sold a piece of the espresso machine that I broke when I was trying to fix it. There's not much left, but it's paid for itself quite a few times over now. I sold the frame and the wiring to it to a repeat customer. This person actually bought quite a few pieces off of me for this espresso machine, and they paid $140 plus shipping for the frame. And now a few things that I have to pack up here. How many are there? One of them is right here. This came out of the private pick house, and I listed this high and it didn't sell. This is a Shuko Sunny. I can't remember how you say it. This little mouse here in the car. You would have like a balloon, I think, on the top, and it would move up and down when he went down the table there. This one sat, like I said, for quite a while, but it just sold on a best offer for $42.99 plus shipping. Something else out of the private pick house. Let me go grab it quick. Okay, so I don't think he's from the private pick house. He may have been from another sale that was actually somewhat recent, but Huckleberry Hound here. Sat for a little bit. I think I ended and sold similar, and I dropped the price a little bit, but he just sold for $34.99 plus shipping. And then the last thing we're going to look at here that sold is this Lego Creator James Bond, the Aston Martin here. This is complete, however, they started the, I'm never going to get it all out, it's buried in here. So most of the stuff is still in the bags. I think 1 or 2 bags, what did I write open right on here? 1 bag was used. So I got 1 bag open, they started the car, stickers were unused. I thought this would bring a little bit more money than what it did, but it's been sitting since last summer. So someone sent me an offer, and I took it, and I'm glad to get it out of here. This one sold for $125 plus shipping. Taking a look on the table here, there's some pretty cool things that I picked up that I'm very excited about. One of them is this Coleman lamp here, and it's missing the generator, unfortunately, but it is free, which is a good thing. It just needs to be cleaned off. Bottom's in great condition. This was only $15, and this sale had some really good stuff there. And if money were no object, I could have done some serious damage at this house. There were some incredible toys. Some of them were $1,000 that would look really great displayed down here, but I didn't come home with them, and I didn't come home with that lantern, so that's a positive right there. This piece right here is a Yankee bench-mounted drill press. Right here is where you clamp it down to your bench. It's got a platter here that's adjustable, and what's nice is everything is freed up. Nothing is seized. It's got the original plate here that says what it is. It's a Yankee 1005. Really cool piece, very heavy, only $15. I'll put the comps up on the screen for this one. I couldn't believe this was still here because I got to this sale pretty late and found this guy along with these here. And these are, I think these would have had some other pieces to go with them. These are like, I think they're called spider gauges. I don't know if they're for depth, for sharpening saws or what, but there's a couple different styles here. And one of them, yeah, this one here said Simmons on it. And all of these were in a coffee tin for a couple bucks. Now, I did a Google Lens search on these quickly, and I'll put the comp up here on the screen because it's pretty crazy what these things are going for. I love buying Craftsman tools. These Robo Grips here are from the 90s. I've actually got a set of them here, but mine are pretty rusted, and these are in really good shape. So I may just keep these and ditch the rusted ones. Old 1/2-inch ratchet here in really good shape. Love buying the ratchets. I love these little sets here. This one here, you can see it's got the Heritage logo that was originally there, although now completely gone. The stuff inside, I don't know if it's the correct tools for this. There's obviously 2 little bitty breaker bars in here, and then this obviously isn't correct. This is an SK. And then this one here has a few other pieces. This does not look like Craftsman. No, that's an SK also. And this one here is Craftsman. The extension's Craftsman, but looks way too new to be used in this. And then here, a little 1/4-inch guy right there. So, couple bucks for these. Not sure what I'll get for them because of the condition and what's missing, but I love buying these little sets. So every time I see them, I'm usually going to pick them up. I've got quite a few hubcaps and other trim pieces off of this Packard 8 Series car, a whole tote full of stuff. And these are in really good shape. Some of them are a little rusty, but for the majority of them looking like this, I was shocked. And when I got them, they had layers of paper in between each one, and the paper had been soaked in oil. So I think that's what saved these from rusting out. But the coolest piece in this whole pile is this hood ornament here. The Packard had a few different styles of hood ornaments. Some of them can bring several $100s and up. This one here, I haven't comped yet, but it's in okay shape. You can see it's got some pitting there. So if I hit this with some steel wool, it might bring it back a little bit, but with the pitting, it might need a little more work if you're trying to go for that show car look. But I was happy to find this inside the pile of trim pieces because this will pay for the whole thing and then some. Then something completely different here is this globe here. This is a halophane globe, very early piece. This came out of the house estate sale that had the Coleman lamp back there, and I've sold these in the past, and they do pretty well. Some of these can go for the hundreds, into the hundreds of dollars. But if I can find one of these that's sold recently, something similar, I'll put the comp up here on the screen. All right, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.